Hello and good evening to all of you. Let's discuss the remaining current affairs of the previous 6 months given in the Pratiyogita darpan. And the very first one is related to the word called loneliness. Loneliness. One word is loneliness, and one more word is called solitudinous. Solitudinous. Both the words have the same meaning, but when you study them carefully, you will get to know that solitudinous is a positive word and loneliness is a negative word. The difference between loneliness and solitude is as the difference between the two words is the one is chinta and the other one is chintan. So chintan is a positive word and chinta is denotes to a negative connotation. So in the same way, this loneliness has been declared a global health threat. Global health threat by World Health Organization. Now you can understand how deep the problem of loneliness is. Because in solitudeness, you live alone and you introspect yourself. You think about yourself in a positive direction. Buddha was also lived in solitudeness and got the enlightenment. But in loneliness, it is a very disturbing situation as it has been declared as the global health threat. WHO has also told that if anyone is facing this problem of loneliness and he is spending 24 hours alone, it means he is smoking 15 cigarettes in a day. I mean, whatever health crisis will happen after smoking 15 cigarettes, that much problem will happen to the person who is spending 24 hours as a lonely or as an alone. Because this loneliness triggers the disease like heart attack, mental retardation, pessimism in life, cardiovascular disease, and so many things. So please pay attention on this loneliness. Don't be the subject of this loneliness. There are countries like Japan. The elder people who are more than 60 or 70 years old, as the population of Japan is already very less. People are busy in developing and manufacturing the watches. So these elderly people, they are facing the problem of this loneliness. And sometimes what they do, that they a huge amount of money to a person just to spend a certain amount of time to kill their loneliness. Such a deep problem, this loneliness in the countries like Japan. They are giving the money to a person that please take this much money and spend some time with me. Because they are relatives of the person who is the victim of this loneliness. They are not free, they are busy in doing something. So WHO has declared loneliness as a global health threat. Now let's discuss some other things. Word of the year. This is also the question which has been asked by some of the commissions. Word of the year. The word of the year is declared sometimes by Oxford, sometimes by Merriam-Webster, and sometimes by one more dictionary. I will be discussing the word of the year 2023 by Oxford. Any idea which is the word of the year declared by the Oxford? Riz. Riz. And by the Merriam-Webster? Merriam-Webster is also a dictionary. However, it is not as famous as the Oxford is. Sometimes Oxford, you can say, it has become the synonyms of the dictionaries. The way Amir Khan, he told that Thanda matlab Coca-Cola. By the way, the Thanda can be, Pepsi can also be the Thanda. But the way he advertised, yes, Thanda means Coca-Cola. So the Oxford, there are other books published by the Oxford, as Oxford is a publication. In the same way, this Merriam-Webster is the oldest publisher in USA. Oldest publisher. But it is, very well known for the dictionaries. So Merriam-Webster is a dictionary. So according to the Merriam-Webster, which word has been declared as the word of the year 2023? Authentic. 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 So this is Merriam-Webster and this is Oxford. Riz stands for the ability to attract somebody. And this authentic, I don't think I need to explain the meaning of authentic. Because, and why this authentic has been declared the word of the year by Merriam-Webster? Because this is the era of deepfake. It is very difficult to separate fact from the fiction. In the era of social media, everyone is claiming as if they are going to destroy the whole Himalaya. So because of this social media, people are coming and just to get the money by providing information which is very shocking in nature, so that they could attract the attention of the people. So a sort of सनसनी, चैन से सोना है तो जाग जाओ. What does it mean? चैन से सोना है तो जाग जाओ. So when everywhere this kind of things, or in the deep fake era, whatever is coming before us, we have become very suspicious in nature. And because of this suspicion, we always have a word which is inside us, that is authentic. Because we want authentic. We want authenticity in every product. We want authenticity in everything which is coming in our life or with which we are going to deal with. So the hidden thing is authenticity, and why it is coming authenticity? Just because of this deep fake, and just because of this social media, where the things are provided without caring this authenticity, as they are only concerned about their own personal gains. I hope I have explained more than the requirement. Now let's jump into a third thing, and this time the matter is related to Khelo India Youth Games 2023. Khelo India Youth Games, where it will be conducted. Where it will be conducted. By the way, it will be conducted in 2024. In which city in India this Khelo India Youth Games 2023 will be conducted? Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu. In the month of January itself. I think from 19th of January, this Khelo India Youth Games will be started. But this Tamil Nadu is not the important thing which I want to discuss. In order to understand the essence of this Khelo India Youth Game 2023, you should also know that this Khelo India Youth Game is conducted in two categories. The one is under 17 for the school boys. The school boys perform in the under 17 categories, and the second category is under 21. Under 21. This is for the college goers. And once this will be completed, 1000 players, students, or whatever you want to call them, 1000 winners or students will be finalized, and these 1000 students, they will be awarded a scholarship of 5 lakh rupees annually, continuously for the next 8 years. So I don't think being the winner in this Khelo India Youth Games is a matter of loss from any angle. So if you want to get the 5 lakh rupees annually continuously for the 8 years, you should certainly try to bring the mark or generate the mark in this Khelo India Youth Games, which will be conducted in Tamil Nadu in the January month itself. And why this money is being provided? Because this is not the only game. The Olympic is also there, and so many world championships are arranged. So if we are not promoting, or if we are not providing this money, then their training will be very difficult, and they will not be having any kind of motivation, inspiration. So this money will be used so that India could generate an imprint in the whole world. Because if anybody wins, because this is a sort of blame over India that, by the way, now it has become the world's largest country in terms of population. But you tell me how many Olympic gold medals we win and compare with USA. What is the population of that country and where that country stands? So this Khelo India Youth Games will be shaping the image of India worldwide, as they are being provided this much amount of money to develop their skills at a great extent. Now let's discuss a news, and this is also related to the sport, and the name of the person is Ansuman. Ansuman Jhingrin. Okay, Ansuman Jhingrin. He is from Maharashtra. And this Ansuman Jhingrin has become the world's youngest person to cross the North Channel. North Channel. World's youngest, Ansuman Jhingran from Maharashtra, has set a Guinness Book of World Record. Ansuman Jhingran, by crossing this North Channel, which is 35 kilometers wide. 35 kilometers. This Ansuman Jhingran says that water is my battlefield. And you should know one more thing, that crossing the North Channel is the difficult channel anywhere present in the world. You may have heard the name called Mihir Sen, but Mihir Sen was not related to this North Channel, because he was, I think, the first person who crossed. That's why it has become the part of this general knowledge, Mihir Sen. So this Ansuman Jhingran North. Now the important question is where this North Channel is located. Where this North Channel is located? Yes.
UK, France.
Actually, it is located Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland. This is the Northern Ireland, and this one is Scotland. This one is Scotland, and between this North Channel lies. So, as we are also the student of geography, therefore we need to keep in mind the geographical location of the North Channel. Northern Ireland, and this is Scotland, and in between it's a strait. You know, the one word that is called isthmus. Isthmus is a landmass, and this is a strait. So this 35-kilometer strait has been crossed by this Ansuman. Now let's discuss. This time let's discuss about a girl. This was the youngest boy. Now let us discuss the youngest girl. And her name is Renita Rismayanti. Renita Rismayanti. Any idea while going through with the newspaper like The Hindu, Times of India, Indian Express? Because this news has certainly been covered by every authentic newspaper published anywhere in the world. And how can I say with this authenticity? I am using the word authentic, the word of the year by the Merriam-Webster. This Renita Rismayanti has been awarded with the United Nations Women Police Officer of the Year Award. United Nations woman police officer of the year. Of the year. For what? She was a sort of data analyst, and she was managing the data related to the crimes. She was sent in a peacekeeping mission. As you know, United Nations sends the peacekeeping mission. The most of the peacekeeping mission have been sent to which continent?
Africa.
Yes, Africa. United Nations does not have its own army, let me tell you. India also sends some of the army to the United Nations. I think the maximum maybe from USA. So United Nations does not have its own army. The respective countries send the army to the United Nations, and wherever any war-torn place or any place, you know, where atrocities are being committed, which are completely impossible to manage by the respective governments of those particular state. In these kinds of circumstances, United Nations sends its peacekeeping mission. It has also been sent in the Afghanistan. So this Renita Rismayanti, she was the part of the UN peacekeeping mission, and whatever work she did while managing the crime database, that was remarkable and outstanding. For that thing, this Renita Rismayanti became the youngest woman police officer, as she is only 27 years old. And this achievement of Renita Rismayanti, by the way, she is from which country? Indonesia. Indonesia, not India. So this Indonesian 27 years youngest woman police officer has become a role model to rest of the women police officers. It has also worked, or it is also working as a catalyst for the women empowerment, and certainly the participant of the women in the US peacekeeping mission will be increased, which will be good to manage the women's wherever they are being sent. Now let's discuss the next issue, and this time it is also related with a top player of Romania, two times Grand Slam winner. Any idea who is that player? Simona Halep. Simona Halep. Why she has come in the news? Why she has been covered by the newspapers or by the magazines? Because she has been banned by the International Tennis Integrity Association. International Tennis Integrity Association, for 4 years to not take part in any tennis event. But for what? What kind of crime she has committed? This Halep, a Romanian Grand Slam winner of 2 times. because of the doping problem. Doping. She consumed a substance called Rexa Dustat. By the way, you don't need to remember this name. I'm just convincing you. That's why I'm telling this substance Rexa Dustat. This Rexa Dustat actually a medicine, you can say. It is used by the patients who are facing the problem of anemia. Anemia. When you consume this Rexadustat, the amount of hemoglobin and the amount of RBC will be increased suddenly. And this Romanian player, by the way, she is not accepting that I have consumed, but her blood samples have been collected and they have been analyzed. Through that thing, they got to know that no, she has taken this Rexadustat chemical substance, which was the reason behind the increase of the production of the hemoglobin into her body. By the way, she has placed the case in a different court. That's a different matter. But what this ITIA, International Tennis Integrity Association, has told, that now you will not be eligible to play any tennis game for the next 4 years. So this by the way, this is a very genuine medicine, but it is for the patients who are anemic, who are facing the problem of anemia. You being a player, if you are consuming this and the production of RBC happens comparatively more, it means you will be little more energetic and active. And in these kinds of platforms, and especially these grand slams, everybody looked at them as an eagle eye. Everybody pays attention as they are the biggest and the most recognizable games in the world of tennis. So these were some of the current related issues. The remaining ones will be continued by me by the coming classes. Namaskar.